Are you someone who has gotten into the habit of typing your grocery list into your phone because otherwise you would forget one or more items? Have you ever experienced meeting someone, being introduced to them, and a few days later, after meeting the same person again, not remembering their name or other details and feeling embarrassed? If so, you are not alone. It has happened to me too. Welcome to another video. Forgetfulness of some details and information in our daily lives and absent-minded behavior are a part of our lives. Understanding why this is so will take away most of our unnecessary worries. If we learn to deal with it, our life will be better because we will become more efficient whether we are studying, working, or taking care of our daily tasks. We will not go into diseases that need to be diagnosed and treated in this video. Scientists have tried to find out how forgetfulness can affect us. They have found that there are direct and indirect effects on our lives. For example, we can't remember 2 items on our grocery list or a fact we need to state in response to an exercise. This is a direct manifestation. On another occasion, we recall an event that took place some time ago. Our narrative consists only of what we remember. There may be gaps and missing parts in the story and we are not even aware that we have forgotten them. That is an indirect manifestation. Then our memories of something may be mixed with another related or unrelated thing and we are not aware that we have forgotten the actual thing. Also, the important information in our memories could be compensated for by the patterns and structures of our knowledge, but we might not even notice that. So what are the reasons for all these expressions of forgetfulness? The psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus tried to find out causes of forgetfulness as early as 1885. Together with him, several scientists came up with different theories. One of these theories is the decay theory. It states that our memories fade with time. This may be due to the death of nerve cells or the weakening and destruction of neural pathways and connections in the brain due to disuse. Another theory is that forgetfulness is due to failure of retrieval of information from our long-term memory for various reasons. Then there is the interference theory. It states that forgetfulness is most often due to new learning blocking old memories or old memories preventing the absorption of new information. In addition to above reasons, lack of sensory involvement during an important moment, such as not watching or listening to something else at the same time, lack of attention, poor concentration, occupation with something else, poor mental and physical health, individual attitude and personality problems can also be causes of forgetfulness. Here, unavailable or insufficiently available information lead to forgetfulness. One or more of these reasons can be active at any time in our lives. The more factors are active, the more we tend to be forgetful. Most of all, I want to talk about the memory lapses we have when we face challenges like exams or presentations. This is due to the fear of failure. Anxiety and stress also contribute to forgetting what we need to remember. A manageable amount of stress is always healthy. But if you make a habit of borderline panic when faced with challenges, you will become forgetful. That's one of the important reasons I want to address in this video. If you have the insight into yourself, you can teach yourself to be calm, confident, and focused before an exam or work commitment. This will strengthen your memory of what you learned or what you prepared for. You will easily remember the information you have read and learned. If you make it a habit, it will make your life better. Another way to overcome forgetfulness is revisiting of information. This refreshes the memory. Researchers have found that students who take self-tests from time to time do better than those who don't. So if you are a student, it helps if you make quiz lists on the lessons you are studying and review them regularly. If you have to give a presentation related to your work, it helps to go over the relevant material with confidence several times before the deadline. You need to apply this to your daily life as well. By revisiting your memories, such as going through photos or other mementos, you can prevent yourself from forgetting them. This is a proposed solution for forgetfulness due to interference. Another important method suggested by psychologist Hermann Ebbinghaus is spacing of information. That is, when you learn, you need to spread the information over a period of time instead of trying to cram everything in a few hours. Scientists explain this by saying that the chemicals in our brains that are involved in forming and functioning of the neural pathways and connections in memory are depleted and need some time to be produced again. To overcome the failure in retrieval of information, strategies are suggested, such as varying the learning material and using mnemonic sentences. If you focus in studying different materials in parallel, you can look at the learning material from new angles and remember more cues for recall when necessary. Even in everyday life, it is easier to remember forgotten information if you use keywords, connections, and equal perspectives. And when you are learning, you must remember that you forget less when you are actively engaged with the learning material than when you just read it several times. In your studies or everyday life, you will be more successful if you try to understand the material and engage with it in a meaningful way rather than trying to memorize it. Attention also plays a big role in overcoming forgetfulness in our daily lives. If you are uninvolved, distracted, or preoccupied, that make it impossible to record and store the information in your memory to be retrieved later. Please like, share, and comment on this video. Please subscribe to our channel. This will help us make more videos. The most important component in overcoming forgetfulness is to acquire information and have it registered. To be informed, we must not only be attentive but also be awake and alert. To be alert, focused, you should have mental clarity and sharpness. Your nutrition, your circumstances, your mental health, your hormones, other illnesses, and medications you take can all affect the clarity of your mind. So your well-being contributes to overcoming your forgetful, absent-minded behavior. If you learn to be in the present moment, to focus and engage, to keep your attention in the here and now, you will receive complete and accurate information. You will also get into the habit of prioritizing the relevant ones among the many channels of information flooding our brain. In this way, our memory will face less interference and we will not forget important information because it is blocked by others. This will help you make the right decisions and behave appropriately. In our competitive world, it is a disadvantage if you are forgetful and absent-minded. I hope this video has helped you overcome your forgetfulness as this knowledge has helped me. Thank you so much for watching.